Hey, I'm Anthony from bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com, and in this video we will talk about how to use the entire guitar neck without looking when soloing. So there are a lot of people who can play through difficult things on the guitar and use the entire neck of the guitar, but the real key is to also learn it without looking, and there are plenty of reasons why this is important. We're going to discuss this also, but first let's look at how this all would work in the basics. So when you have the different positions of the scales you're using, such as basic scale like the minor pentatonic, you can of course use every position to solo in. This is first, this is second, this is third. But you can every position like without stopping. So now I played through all the 5 positions here. And we're gonna discuss about how to implement this kind of playing in your own guitar playing in a moment. But the reason why we want to not only attain this as a way of playing, but also be able to go through these things without looking. So the reason why we want to be able to do this blindly is because then we know we mastered it, and then we can shift it to any other key on the fretboard. So instead of playing in the key of A minor, I'm now going to play the same run on the fretboard using the entire fretboard, but in another key. I'm going to do it in the key of G minor, so it's 2 frets lower, but I don't even need to look at the guitar neck when I'm able to play through all these positions without looking. Because the motions are pretty much the same as in the key of A minor, but it's going to be the same for every key. So sometimes you will find yourself in a position that you don't even know in which key you're playing in. So this is a good sign. This is a sign that you're going to distance with your guitar, and you're getting things really in a fundamental way of playing. It's becoming part of your system. So the same holds true in any other key. Now, once you have the motions under your finger for going from one position to the next, you know that your foundation is good. So for instance, in the key of C, of course I need to look at my fretboard to find the C note. I can rely on my ear, but sometimes we will first land on a different note and then I need to shift back to the C. So it's better to just get yourself to focus on the first position. And once you have found this first position, you can just rely on your muscle memory. So I hear you thinking, well, this is all great that you can do this, Anthony, but how to learn all of this? And this is of course a valid question, and there are going to be plenty of videos about this exact topic, but because it's a really big topic. But the fundamental knowledge about this really comes down to knowing your positions of the scale you're working in, such as the minor pentatonic we're working now with. And then it's being able to go from one position to the next. And the very first thing that you can do once you learn the positions is to focus on playing on one string. once you're able to do this, you can of course look at how this works, and there's really a mathematical principle behind this. If you really look at the minor pentatonic scale from this position, starting from the first position, we have this system behind it. We have 3 frets in between, here from the 8th to the 11th fret, and then the second 2 notes, they only have 2 frets in between, from here 9 to 11. And then we have the same thing from 11 to this 12, 13, 14, and then from 14 we have 2 frets in between here, and then 2 frets in between again. So we have from the top 3 frets, 2 frets, then 3 frets again, 2, 2, and then we're back at first position. So to cross all 5 patterns of the minor pentatonic position, this is the formula we can use here on the B string. So if you play it on another string, the same formula holds true, but we're going to start from a different point of view. So if you're playing here, for instance, on the high E string, we're going to have the same formula, but we start from the point of view of where we were playing in the 3rd position on the B string. So it was here on fret 13 and 16, we have 3 notes and then 2 notes, 2 notes to just enter the 1st position here again. And now on the high E string, we start from this point of view here in the 1st position. So we have 3 frets, 2, 2, and then we have here again 3, 2. So basically the formula holds true, and the same relationship every time on the fretboard, but on different strings we have the pattern that starts on a different point of view. And if you're not really into formulas such as these, you can think about your positions as well. So if you know all 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale, you can do the same thing, but just think about the boxes that surround each pattern on one string. For instance, on the G string we're having these 2 notes and pattern 1 and box position. Then in the 2nd position we have these 2 notes, and that's another way of looking at how to play on a single string. And the 3rd position we have these 2 notes, and once you get a handle of how to play on a single string, you can get it one step further and connect it with other positions and other strings to form runs like this. And the key, as explained here in the video, the basic fundamentals is to practice this also with looking away from your fretboard, because then it's really the same in every key, and it doesn't matter if you're playing in the key of C or the key of G. You have the things, the movements, the basic movements down in your fingers and your muscle memory. But of course, this isn't really something that you will learn from watching one video. So that's a really deep topic that we're discussing here. So that's why there are more videos. There's going to be a sequence of videos on this topic because it's so big. So I hope you appreciate this video. Let me know in the comments below how you find this video. And thumbs up if you would like the video. That's really appreciated by me. And I would say have a lot of great practice times with this. And also visit the website. There are a couple of ebooks that you can download on bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com.